What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our WWC Semifinals matchup, where our semifinals opponent is actually going to be a rematch from week 2 in my good buddy Jetman99. So the way the playoffs worked, it was me and Sparky clinching the number 1 and number 2 seed. I unfortunately was guaranteed number 2 seed after Swampy had forfeit his match due to just some, mental health and everything, which is completely fine. I did get a little annoyed though because that did screw away a chance for me to potentially get the number 1 seed, which could have benefited me more, depending on the matchup. But I think in the long run, I think getting number 2 still kind of helps me because I think this matchup is going to be a little bit better for me, depending on the outcome. So, and in terms of who made the playoffs, it was me, Sparky, Jet, Ian, of course, Khan and Swampy. Unfortunately, Monk and Harv both missed out on playoffs. Harv unfortunately giving Monk a 6-0, which actually cost him out of playoffs. And Harv not getting any luck in his favor. And then Zach just barely missing out on playoffs, which is also really unfortunate because I would have loved to have had a chance to face my good buddy in the playoffs and smacked him up there to tie up the record. But I think overall these playoff runs are going to be, they were really insane. They were really crazy and everything like that. So with that being said, let's finally get into this. Also, I want to just state a little bit about the uploads and everything like that. I do apologize. The uploads have been inconsistent and haven't really been there and all that. It's just that life has kind of been getting in the way. My car now needs fixing, which that cost me a couple $100s. I've been having so much freaking work going on in my plate right now, so it's kind of just been all over the place for me right now. But I'm gonna try to get some uploads going for you guys. Might do 2 a day to get caught up and stuff like that or anything like that. So do apologize for that. But enough of the talking, enough about that. Let's get into the reason why you're here, and that is to see this amazing team builder. So with that being said, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and join the First Shocker crew today because we for living with the king of the crew. So with that being said, let's break down this matchup. So we are rematching Jet and looking at Jet's team from last time he faced us. This is just an example. I'm pretty sure this was the Darkrai set he brought versus us because he brought Darkrai specifically enough to outspeed Unburdened. Slurpup, it was also designed to outspeed my Zero Aura just because he knew it could outspeed him. Sorry if you hear noise in the background. There's a kitty playing with a ball that has bells inside of it, so I can't help it. So looking at his team last time, he brought Scarf Darkrai, where he revealed Sludge Bomb, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse. I do expect these same 3 moves again. I do maybe expect potentially Spatial Ren on this set, just because of the fact that, one, Jet wants to find a reason to kill my Mr. Vish, so there's gonna be that. So, but I think Darkrai was a bit of a nuisance last time. I do think it's gonna be a nuisance again this time. He brought the Scummy Salazzle set, which I would say something else, but I do not want my channel to get destroyed before it could even get monetized. But Salazzle was the standard toxic set. If he does bring Salazzle again, I could see the exact same set doing it again. It didn't quite work as much as he wanted to because of the fact that we got around it, but there is a possibility he could bring it again just for other purposes. Ooh, excuse me. He no longer does have the Deoxys defense on his team, but this was what he had last time. He had just a stupidly defensive set, and then his only attacking move being Extreme Speed for some whatever weird reason, and then Toxic. So basically, Taunt shut it down last time, and I do expect him to. It brings because he traded out his bulky psychic, which I'll go over and what he dropped for it in that terms. And last time he also brought a Vaporeon, which is standard defensive. He brought Baton Pass and Wish. I don't think he showed Protect. I didn't check it. But he had Scald Wish, Baton Pass. I think he had Protect just because if he wanted his own recovery and stuff like that. He just dropped a really annoying Vaporeon set. Surprisingly enough, he actually dropped Vaporeon during the season, and I mean, there was no guarantee that Jet was gonna think he was gonna face me. But the thing with Jet was he probably should have made sure if he had a face of Vish, he had counters. But anyway, so Vaporeon was very annoying, but we got around it really well last time. So if he's got a new bulky water, I'm pretty sure we can get around it next time. He brought standard Meteor Beam set Celesteela, which I do expect to have Meteor. I believe he showed it He might have had Air Slash last time. No, he didn't. I don't think he did because he would have gone for it and would have won. He had Meteor Beam Flash Cannon. I think his last move was Flamethrower, I want to say. Just so it can hit my Genesect. I can honestly see the exact same set doing more work against us again. Just because it's a very, excuse me, a very annoying set that is very hard for my team to break. So it's going to be very annoying to deal with. So there is that. And he brought Vikavolt. Now, this is what I'm assuming his Vikavolt set was with the fourth move. He revealed Roost, Bug Buzz. He had to have had an electric type move. I can't guarantee if it was Thunderbolt or not. So that does suck for me there. Because otherwise it would have been Volt Switch. I think if he was bringing like a bulky offensive Vikavolt, it had to have been um it would have had to have easily had been this. He definitely brought a more defensive Vikavolt. He pretty much brought like a max defense and HP invested Vikavolt with Life Orb. So I don't know. I bet the Life Orb was to give him some special offensive prowess in the match, but having the bulk also kind of. I assume he had Sticky Oaks because Jet has been kind of looking at my team, and Hazard Control is really not there. So I could definitely not be surprised to see Jet bring this again for the Sticky Oaks purposes. So that is Jet's team. His new team consists of having Kamala, which he traded his Slacking for, his Manaphy, which he dropped Beartick and Vaporeon for, and his Deoxys Defense, which he dropped for Cresselia. So in terms of his new team, I think half of his team is coming back. I think the Celesteal set pretty much comes back. The Vikavolt set kind of just come back. And the Darkrai set definitely comes back. I think these sets really made a lot of sense against me last time, and I do think they make quite more sense again to read this time. This time, however, I think he's forced to bring Hitmontop with the team I have. I think he has definitely have to bring the Hitmontop in order to do some damage against my team and also kind of help support the team. I think this time he's definitely bringing Mega Chomp. Mega Chomp is a really good answer towards my Dracovish because again of the forces of Scale Shot and stuff like that, and also just kind of the mind games I can play with Jet. I think Jet's definitely going to have Scale Shot plus Earthquake. I definitely think he has a fire coverage move. And if he carries SD, I don't think he could. He possibly could, so I have to be careful about that. I did want to bring Scarf on Dragovish. I actually might change it to Scarf, but Scarf Adamant with enough speed to outspeed probably max speed Garchomp and stuff like that. Just because, again, I feel like, I mean, we lose a potential 2 KO chance with our mana against his Manaphy, but if I can always keep his Manaphy in check, then I don't think it cares much, to be honest with you. So there is also that. But also just making sure we can guarantee get KOs against his team would also be really, really good. But bandit hits would just be so good. Oh, spoilers. But yeah, I think Chomps comes in, and I do think he's gonna bring Manaphy. And every time I have faced a Manaphy as of late, it has been Rain Dance, Rest, Toxic, Scald, Rocky Helmet set. And I would not put it past Jet to bring this set. The problem with him bringing that kind of set, unfortunately, is the fact that if he does, he gives me rain boosted attacks with my Dracovish. So he has got to bring pretty much more of a toxic, protect, scald, and then either a coverage move or something like, and he could probably make it work with sub, but he would just be getting unless he wants to run like Resto Chesto, like rest, and then run like enough bulk to where if he can just stall out with rest and stuff like that, he could. So who knows? But yeah, that's gonna be the team. For his 5, I don't think he's gonna bring Salazzle this time, just because there's a couple more on my team, mons on my team this time that actually really take advantage of it and can get through Salazzle relatively pretty much easily. So there's that. Cresselia, I do think there's a possibility it could bring, but again, I have really good answers with having things like Genocide, a Vish that will outspeed and just get damage and Q a KO. The Fat Duck. And what's funny is if this duck has to be pretty. I think based on some calcs I've seen, this duck has to be like max HP, max defense in order to live one hit from Dracovish. If it doesn't, I'm pretty sure it's a roll of kill, and the roll's in my favor, which is just stupid how good Dracovish is. Sylveon could be a possibility if he's really fearing a potential team. But again, there's a couple things on my team. Again, he cannot just break or anything like that. Delmines, I don't think is really that good against us. It doesn't really provide him too much of a bonus of anything else. And then Kamala is a Kamala. I got swept by that, and then I dominated and made it my you-know-what. And now, this time around, I really don't think it's going to come. I don't think it's got that good of a matchup, in my opinion. And I think it's just with the V just too slow. I don't think it's going to be anything good, so... Ooh. Ooh, excuse me. Now with all the talking, let's get into the team I brought this week. We're going to kick it off with Techno Drive, who's definitely been one of the MVPs this season. He's been holding his own this whole time. We haven't lost him a couple times. He's actually been pretty high on the kill leaderboard. I think he's in the top 10 right now, which is really nice. But we're gonna go with something I'd never brought this entire season yet. We are bringing Rock Polish Genesis. Now, Rock Polish, I found out that Shift Gear actually was banned, and I forgot to check that. So it's a good thing I didn't run the Shift Gear set the one time I did. And it's also a good thing that I made sure I double checked it. Otherwise, I would have been DQ'd in a match, or I would have been forced to have just sacked away my Genesis, which actually could have cost me a matchup depending on what was going down. So definitely good things that were happening there that I paid attention, double checked everything later on. Sorry, my cat is just... He just likes to... When he gets on my laptop, he's always hitting my buttons. He literally hits my buttons, and I don't know why. But anyways, back to the video. Genesect is going to be rocking the Shock Drive this time. Last time I had the Burn Drive for Celesteela, and I was debating so hardcore several times back and forth on whether I go Shock Drive or Burn Drive in this match. But now he's got Manaphy, and I know for a fact I can be able to handle the Genesect and the Celesteela this time. I am going with the Burn with the Shock Drive this time. Shock Drive really helps me out a bit more in this matchup now, so it's definitely going to be the main important thing we're going to be running this week. So with Techno Blast, so I get a Techno Blast that is the Electric Stab. Bug Buzz, which is a pretty good stab against this entire roster, which is really, really nice. And then we are rocking Flamethrower. Flamethrower is there to kind of just check some of the things we can't hit. Some stuff like the Delmise, the obviously the Darkrai. Darkrai, even if its Scarf does not outspeed this, no matter what, I will actually double check to make sure Timid Darkrai for the speed that it has to run against my team. And even if it was Timid like max speed, actually let's look at that right now. Let's actually look at that right now. Oh, the lights got actually a little bright on me for some reason here. So let's look at Genesect. +2. Oh yeah, look at that. Nothing. And then we have Darkrai. We've got Darkrai. Even if he's max speed Timid, he only caps out at 575, 574. So if I even go +1 with my speed, he actually still doesn't outspeed me. So that's going to be really, really important information for us to really take advantage of in going into this matchup. So really hope Genesect can actually get some special attack drops as well. Because if I get a special attack up, plus my Rock Polish off, boy, we are going to be smashing through Jet's team so hard. Now, I am taking a bit of a risk by not having Ice Beam coverage, but I think in the long run that is better for me. Because if anything, I'm going to be forcing Jet to have to kill me with Genesect in front of him. He has to either click the Fire type move that he has, or he has to click Earthquake. Because what's really good with Genesect here, it prevents him from being able to just click the setup move and scale shot. So that's going to be really, really good. Up next, it's my boy Munch. And like I said, I'm going to debate between this. I'm going to probably double check something. But I think this is the last thing I'm going to debate. And by the way, if you hear a train, I do apologize. I'm going to debate about doing... Actually, hold on. Did I fix my settings? There we go. Okay. If it started getting really loud there, then I do apologize. But if it didn't, then I caught it just before the train came in. But yeah, Dragovich is gonna be super strong in this matchup. I'm really debating between one Scarf. The only reason I would run Scarf was just to make sure I guarantee outspeed Garchomp and can kill Garchomp with Vicious Ren. But I'm just like, Bandit is just so good in this matchup. Because of the fact that the speed lets me outspeed Celesteela, so if Celesteela tries to set up its automized in front of me, I can outspeed it. I'm pretty sure I could. No, I don't think I would outspeed Modest even. But I probably could still live a hit from it and all of that. And if I can get it to, because I can get it to a KO then. Like a part of me doesn't know because having this set also makes sure I can kind of just check Manaphy as well. Because like literally, I think Manaphy is the only thing that stops me. I did do the calcs. A timid Darkrai never one-shots Dragovich with Spatial Red. The only chance he has to knock me out with a guaranteed if he puts me down to 90 or below. Because then at that point, if it's 90, the roll's in his favor to kill me. But if I am around 95 or so, it is a little less of a 50-50 chance for him to kill me. So the roll would be in my favor. So, but if he's modest, he pretty much guaranteed knocks me out, but he's more likely going to have to be timid in this matchup. So it's going to be kind of hard to really decide on what is going to be best for me here. So again, I'm going to double check some calcs and just go from there. Also, coming back and making his second appearance on this thing. You know what's funny? We drafted Hitmonchan and we brought him once. He didn't do nothing. Buffalon, who was the MVP in that match against Monk. I'm going to say was definitely MVP. Living that Focus Blast and killing out that Mega Alakazam threat. Definitely MVP. We're bringing him back again with the Assault Vest. Kind of not the best item to have on him, but it's definitely the item that's going to do the work. Head Charge into Wild Charge with a Max Attack Reckless set. Guaranteed kills any form of Celestial unless he is super fat defensive. If he is super fat defensive, he does live the combination, but he doesn't do well against taking the hits regardless. Wild Charge is essentially free against his draft except for Delmise, but that's why we have Throat Chop on there, so we can check Delmise still. It's really cool too as he tries to bring that Subtoxic Salazzle set. I have got Facade with his name all over it. So that's going to definitely be something that Jet's got to be very careful. And this is the main reason why he has to be forced to bring Hitmontop. The main reason he's forced to bring Hitmontop is strictly because of this Pokemon. And Jet, if he does not realize it and brings pretty much almost the exact same team he did against me, then Jet is going to lose. He is literally going to lose to this Buffalon, and I will try to make sure Buffalon gets as many kills as he can before it goes down, which I do expect will happen. It's more so going to be a break for this matchup. It's going to be more offensive, but has a good chunk of bulk with 156 in HP and 100 depth with the Assault Vest, so we can take it. And this is a shout out to my good buddy Brendan Dark Devil 26 because he has a Buffalon named Oof. So I'm going to name it Oof in honor of him and hopefully bring some lucky charms. Up next, we're bringing back the Avatar, and I really feel like I did Zero Aura very good this season, to be honest with you guys. I'm going to probably talk about more in a draft recap, but I did not use Zero Aura incredibly well at all this season. It is not near the top 50, top 60 somewhere, and all that stuff. It barely came to any games. It barely got to do anything. In fairness, it got in one game. It kind of misplayed around a little bit, and some other games I think I did sack it, unfortunately, to some things. So I definitely did Zero Aura dirty this season. So I'm definitely probably gonna take a break from Zero Aura in terms of national text leagues and stuff like that. So that way I'm fair and can give myself some time to adjust to the new format and then come back to Zero Aura as time goes by. But this time around, I was Life Orb last time. I'm going Expert Belt this time. Now again, if Jet brings the exact same set, this set pretty much cannot fully break him. I think I did go Adamant last time with Zero. I think I might have changed it to Jolly. I don't know. But this time around, Zero, unless, again, he is running amounts of bulk into his Vikavolt at +1 with bulk up, I guarantee kill. Now, what I'm going to make sure I do it this time around, however, is attack what is in front of me. Because what I'm going to most likely do is I'm going to play rough into Blaze Kick if it's the same lead again. But knowing my luck, I'm going to lead off with Dracovish in this matchup regardless. If he does not bring Manaphy, this is my lead. If he does bring Manaphy, I still make this my lead just because of the fact that Dracovish goes Burr, and Dracovish goes Burr very, very hardcore in this matchup. So that's going to be really, really, really good for us there. So. And I also could potentially change Dracovish's set into something else. Potentially. I have been running a lot of subsets, and like honestly, sub Super Fang plus Vicious Ren just looks super free against my opponent. But the problem with that set is definitely going to weaken me down, and I really don't want to get too weak, really weakened up. Because one sub basically kills me with a Spatial Ren from Darkrai, so that's going to be really important to know right there. So, but regardless, Zero Aura, this time I'm not going to respect Darkrai's speed. I am actually going to defocus on Garchomp's speed and Salazzle's speed. Now, here's the thing with Salazzle's speed, though. I am creeping this Salazzle to be faster than my Landorus. So I am, or my, oh, actually, no, he's going to probably be faster than my Cinderace. If he's, let me double check that actually. Because it's 119. Okay, actually, no, he cannot speed, They're right, Change the thought, remember that, bring it all back. But yeah, so we out creep this one, out creeping my Landers, because that's gonna be the fastest thing he's gonna have to creep for. Obviously, he's gonna go with max HP and then run the rest in special attack for maybe a little bit of bulk or something like that. Who knows? But this time around, though, if we get a plus one fist, just nukes it. If we can actually kind of play around some things, it won't do too much against my draft. So there is that as well. So I definitely think this is going to be the Mon that can put in the work this game. So fingers crossed for us there, and hopefully he can bring the redemption arc. Now, this is a set I'm taking a massive gamble on, and I'm really hoping it pays off. This is a set that I think it did pop once, but it didn't get to do anything. I think I only got one kill, and I think it was toxic or something, and it died. But this time around, I really hope this set works. I really, really hope it works. But we are running special surf up again. If this set really just does beat Jet. If Jet lets me set up Calm Minds for free and lets me get a Psychic plus Serenic Kiss plus Flamethrower off, he's done for. Now, the thing with the risk of this set is obviously Salazzle's Toxic. Because it's more likely going to click Toxic if anything against me, and that's where I would have Lumberry. Lumberry would have popped instantly. But again, there's a possibility he can't do it. Because if I get a +1 off, if he brings in Salazzle, I kill Salazzle straight up. So even if he toxics me, I take my chances. And if I get my Calm Mind off, it's pretty much free. So what I can actually do as well against Jet is literally just spam Flamethrower until he kills me. And even if he doesn't kill me, if I can get basically 2 kills before Slowpoke goes down, then a Toxic Stall and a Celesteela getting rid of, that'd be huge for my team. Because then obviously Darkrai would come in, Darkrai would finish me off. But again, the one problem with Darkrai coming in to finish me off is Jet Choice Scarfs him into a move to where then I will take advantage from Jet. So I think Jet has to be very careful if that is the situation that does occur in the match, that he just be careful about doing, because I can really take advantage of him there. So, but I think Slurpuff can do it this week. Slurpuff hasn't been able to push too much for us. Almost came in the clutch against Monk, but it's definitely going to be a hard matchup still for Slurpuff to kind of do some stuff, but he can do it. And last but not least, I forgot to name you, and I'm actually going to change your bear. God damn it. Change the thing. So I'm actually going to switch to Charlie Berry, and I'll explain why. And you are supposed to be named Horace because of that. And now, back to the team. We have Agility Nasty. We're running Dual Dance with Fire Ref and Hurricane over Air Slash, obviously. 120 in HP, 12 in defense, 40 speed depth, max special attack minus nature, and 84 speed. This speed does allow me to outspeed his bulk in the Manaphy, and also lets me outspeed max speed Modest Celesteela, which is really good. At +2, I do to a KO that with a Fiery Wrath. It does not guarantee a KO. If I do get to flinch, it guarantees KO. And what's really cool is I can just kind of spam attacks. If I do get both my Agility and Nasty Plot off, I pretty much lose. So, and the thing I have decided to do is I am never, ever clicking Agility unless I can confidently get that in. If Salazzle's there, I don't click Agility. I always click Nasty Plot. If Salazzle's not there, then there's possibility I can click Agility, then go for something like Nasty Plot, and then go from there. Like if Celesteela comes in, I Agility up, and I get my Nasty Plot off as he autotomizes, and I go for Fire Up. I land. Now, if I don't flinch, if he goes for Meteor Beam, I do live the Meteor Beam, and then it gives me +3. I go for Fire Up, I kill that. Then it would literally come down to me landing attacks against him to win out. But Moltres can honestly do it, and it's going to be very interesting to see how Moltres can break for this team. So this team's definitely more of hyper offensive, definitely has some setup to it that is very key to winning and breaking most things in this matchup. But I believe in the team. I believe in myself. And honestly, if I do lose, it's not going to be the end of the world for me. I mean, I would love to win my second Delta Championship and win my second championship in WWC. It would be a really nice honor and would be a really nice change of pace and would be a really great thing to have. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Sorry the video went longer than expected. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. And until next time, everybody, I'll see you guys later. Peace.